Biden calls Trump supporters garbage during Harris campaign call. President Biden said during a Harris campaign call, referring to a comedian joke at Trump's Madison Square Garden rally, quote, "The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters." So I'd like to know, it is an interesting question. Has that ever been said by a president before with regard to the supporters of his opponent? Those who support my opponent are garbage. That means half the country is garbage. And Harris and Biden have the chutzpah to claim that they're unifiers. Did Donald Trump, with all his wild rhetoric, say that all those who support Joe Biden are garbage? Maybe he said something analogous. I am completely unfamiliar with it. I think it's profoundly foolish, profoundly, and much bad comes from foolishness. But garbage? I'm just curious, does Joe Biden have no relative, no one in his circle of people he likes who support Donald Trump? I bet there is not one person, not one of you listening. I don't know how many million there are, but not one of you can say, I don't know anyone voting for Kamala Harris, no matter how conservative you and your immediate family is. In my extended family, most are voting for Joe Biden. Do I think they're garbage? Does the thought even enter my mind? In fact, ironically, if I thought they were garbage, then it would bother me less. I know they're not garbage. That's the whole point. And this is not a matter of, well, he's losing his mind. It's not. It has nothing to do with that. This is rhetoric he has been using since he ran for president. The contempt. I mean, look, garbage is up there with fascists and white supremacists. He said it in his inaugural address, the most divisive inaugural address ever given by a president of the United States was this lowlife called Joe Biden. And if he's a lowlife, I actually think she's worse. That's really something. You're garbage if you support Donald Trump. That's not a joke. The comedian statement about Puerto Rico was a joke, a stupid joke, and not even a funny joke. So it's not even worth having insulted a large constituency or even a small constituency not to be funny. Maybe the man is funny. I was unfamiliar with him, but that was not funny. Okay, it was an eighth grade joke. Maybe in eighth grade you find that funny. Even the audience groaned when he said it. They didn't laugh; they groaned. But nevertheless, it was intended as a joke. The Biden statement about Americans who support Donald Trump as being garbage is not a joke. Half of this country is garbage. Wow. So here's an interesting question. How many Biden voters think that is true? And my suspicion is the majority. I believe that most people voting for Kamala Harris, I said Joe Biden, but same thing, for Kamala Harris, think that the people voting for Donald Trump are garbage. I would say at least half. How many people voting for Donald Trump think that everyone voting for Kamala Harris is garbage? I think very, very small group. Misguided, foolish, even helping ruin the country. I would say that. But they're not garbage.